Brown forest.
That's cute.
Hello. Good morning, guys. It's been a month past since I moved into Hansel and his family's place. And this is the first time Hansel brought me to a park near his house for a morning walk on a Christmas morning. Look what I saw. Apparently a regular sighting at this park. Feel more like a zoo to me, honestly. The cranes chilling on top of the roof, enjoying sunbathing. Look how static they are.
Well, why did they like that?
Cranes were not the only animal I saw this morning. We saw people fishing by the river too. I was really weirded out by the sight of it. That's a respectable amount of fishes though. But look at how they just dump the fish onto the grass. And with that, we went home on a happy note to prepare for Christmas Eve dinner. To make the dough, first we add 400 grams of flour and 1.5 blocks of chilled butter into the bowl. Gently mix the mixture together. We want the butter to stay semi-solid. Set it aside. Now flour the working surface. Put the dough back to the working surface. Add more flour to ease the working process. Now roll the dough out to a flat surface. Fold it into thirds. Repeat the process in perpendicular direction and fold in thirds again. Notice the butter is getting a little bit melty, so I'm going to put it in the cling wrap and put it back to the fridge to rest for at least 30 minutes. Now coming to cooking the spinach fillings mixture. Add garlic, mushrooms, stir fry until it's soft. Add spinach, cooking cream, and some cheese slices, and we are good to go back to working on our dough. Take the dough out from the fridge. Add more flour to the surface. Roll it out to a flat surface. Fold it into thirds. Repeat the process in perpendicular direction again and do it for another 3 more times. Now fold it out to a larger and flatter surface to about 1 cm thickness. Cut it into a square to use it for the base of pie. Now add the spinach fillings onto the cut surface. Add slices of previously seasoned salmons. Trim the edge away to fit the surface of the puff pastry. Leave about 1 inch of the space at the edge of the pastry for assembly of the pie later. Next, to cut strips of the pastry of varying lengths, and Hansel is here to help lining up different lines the pastry to form the lattice pattern. Use fork to shape the edges of the pie. Brush the egg wash on top of the pie to give that beautiful golden brown color. Pop it into the oven, set it at 200 degrees Celsius for about 30 to 40 minutes. Next up, Acorn Brownies, the highlight of the Christmas dessert. They look so real that they are going to confuse your guests. This recipe is rather a simple one with only 4 ingredients. We use pre-mixed brownies mixture, add water, vegetable oils, and bake it according to the instruction. Leave it out to cool for a while, but mash it when it's still slightly warm. Shape it into a ball of sizes that you desire. Place the cocoa crunch onto the brownies mixture to form mock acorn. A little peek at behind the scene.
Oh, cute! It's working!
It's okay.
It's working!
It's actually quite easy to do.
Lastly, sprinkle icing sugar onto the mock acorns to add to the snowing effect on a magical Christmas. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that's the dessert that satiates both your visual and palatal sensation.
Good.
And these are the sweet potato gnocchi that we prepared last night. We took it out from the freezer and immediately cooked it. Do not defrost it, as we want them to stay separated
Gnocchi.
and not stick together during the cooking process. Dump a batch of it into boiling water. Cook for another minute. When the gnocchi started floating to the surface of the water, add butter, Parmesan cheese, and sage. Cook until the surfaces turn brown and it's ready to be served. Wow, look at the food.
All the picture before we start.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what time? 6:30. Ngam ngam ngam.
Yum yum.
Boil the sweet potato, but actually better to roast it because there's a lot, it absorbs a lot of moisture. Really? I think everything is like quite fascinating to me. Hello.
We did it. Cheers.
Merry Christmas.
Pythagoras cut from Athens. Ooh, okay. Invented by Pythagoras himself. Ooh.
Oh no, cannot cut down.
The idea is there's a line there.
To just eat it. Yeah.
If you go above it, the whole thing will be so because he did it for his students.
Oh yeah. How was it?
It's very good.
It's chocolate, no? Can you feel it? Shake. Yes.
I know what the most
We're now in Pavillion. We're gonna take a look at some Christmas decorations. Wow. open one bar. Oh,
So cute.